Okay, good. Okay. Yep, we should go. Okay. Hayden. Hayden. Okay. Oh, it's unexpected. Okay. Yeah, Vivian has a medical problem, and okay. Ian here and Elise. Okay, Evan. Okay, good. So yeah, we keep negotiating. So the class foundational rule is everything is negotiable. Yeah, we are business. Everything must be negotiable. In any case, everything must be negotiable. Don't worry. Okay, however, 99 times we lose. Negotiation, we totally lose. Okay, so we just looking for a 1% of chance of the winning. Don't worry, we are business. We never get tired of negotiating. That's our job. Okay. Anyway, so then yeah, we stopped in here. Okay, so we went through the history of the management, because the human resource management is a small part of the management. So then we went through this, okay, and then we covered that the strategy management as well. The purpose of the strategy is win without fighting. Okay, according to the Sanjay's art of war. Okay, so the how to win without fighting, we develop what? Competitive advantage. Okay, so those kind of the five, competitive advantage come from the 5 element from the Chinese Sanjay's art of war. Okay. So then, okay, strategy is still going on. Okay, scientific management is going on, and the humanistic management is going on. Strategy management is going on. Okay. However, from the 1990s and the 2000, we got a very advanced technology. What technology? IT, sure. Okay. Good. So how much our technology changes the work of doing? Way of the doing? Sure, maybe we can understand this. So possibly, have you ever heard about it, the Industrial Revolution? Industrial Revolution, okay. So where that first Industrial Revolution was started, where? More specifically? Okay, the Great Britain composed with many other territories. England is one thing, Scotland is another, Ireland is another, Wales is totally different. So 4, okay. So you have a chance, Ian, out of 4, England, Great Britain, okay? Where the Industrial Revolution was started? I don't know. Guess. Okay, England, no. England, no. Okay, so you have a chance of the Scotland, Ireland, Wales. Scotland. Correct. Okay, so then, why the Industrial Revolution was started? Yeah, thanks to technology. What technology do you remember? Why the Industrial Revolution was started? Thanks to invention of the technology. What technology at the time? Steam engine. Yeah, steam engine technology started Industrial Revolution, okay? And why does that steam engine was invented by the James Watt in Scotland, not England? Then maybe we'd better to have an understanding about why this kind of the technology is coming. Okay, what is the root cause of the technology invention and how that is diffusing and how that is make an impact. Okay, so absolutely, this is a really fun story. Okay, so the steam engine was invented by the James Watt in Scotland, not England. And yeah, at that time, around 200 or 300 years ago, Scotland was a colony of England. Do you know what is the meaning of the colony? Yeah, absolutely. US was a colony of England as well. So what is the meaning of the colony? Okay, that resident in the colony can get a good job. They can do whatever they want, or that they just lose their resources to the headquarters or to the colony headquarters somewhere. Yeah, sure, absolutely. So Scottish do not have enough money, enough people. Sure, and even though those Scotland or the Irish graduate at the best college in the London, like Cambridge or Oxford, they can find a good job? No, because they come from colony. So then they cannot find a good job, even though they have that they graduate the best English school, something, and then they come back their home, Scotland. And the Scotland has enough money and the people? No, because they are colony. Sure. Then, in that case, do we have enough resource? Scotland do have enough resource, enough people? So simply, Scotland do not have enough money, and they do not have enough people. Okay, that absolutely that can be the resource. So then in this case, the Scotland should be don't do anything. They should just stay in work and they just stay in the marginal situation, something. Do you want to do that? Oh, now we have almost the same situation. Okay, so in this small town, we are losing our people. For example, you graduate this school. Then do you want to stay in the Prescott? Or do you want to go to the Boston or the New York or the mega cities? Absolutely, you have a right to go to the good big mega city if there is a job, because there is a job, there is a better condition. So we say, okay, sure. Same thing happened. So then the Prescott, the small communities and the local communities should die? No, I don't think so. So then they bring an idea. They bring an idea. At that time, the Scotland produced many of the coal. Fortunately, they have a raw material. Oh, sure. And however, the problem is here, people, especially people. Scotland do not have enough number of the people, workforce or the smart guys who can produce something better. Unfortunately, no, because they are going to the larger English cities, Manchester, London, many other England cities. So they do not have enough money, they do not have enough people. How we can overcome this limitation of the resource? Any idea? Sure, James Watt and engineers, they bring an idea. What if we can automate? We can automate our productions. Because usually we need the horsepower, we need the human power to produce something. Well, however, we don't have that. So then, can we have a better idea to produce something without the human power, without the human horsepower? Sure. That's the reason why the Scottish people, especially for the James Watt and the coal mining guys, they convert this coal power into the automation to produce something better. Then steam engine came to the world. That's the start of the first industrial revolution in Scotland. Oh, absolutely. When the Scottish make that kinds of things better, English, hey, come here. We want to do that because we can make more money by using that steam engine. Okay, so then the Scotland is getting better and the English is taking that kinds of the technologies to make the better work, to make that the business better. Okay, so that many European countries could see what happens in the England. So then they want to adapt that because they have the same problem. They do not have enough people, they do not have enough money. So that's diffusing the steam engine technology, diffusing quickly. And it takes around 50 years to diffuse the steam engine technology, and that's disseminated in the all Europe world. Sure, okay, that was happened in the 18th century, 18 something. Good. That's the start of our industrial revolution first industrial revolution. So steam engine drove the first industrial revolution, and that is a mechanization, and that is automation, and the water power, steam power, and then we totally replaced the horsepower and the human power with a steam engine, automating. Good, nice. Industrial Revolution 1 diffuse, and then absolutely England is becoming the world leading economy at that time. Sure. And then anybody catch up. Germany, France, Italy, and many of the European companies, and many of the European nations, they follow this. Nice. Good. And however, suddenly we got a First World War and Second World War. Everything was demolished, destroyed, flattened. Europe's lost their competitive advantage. And suddenly, US take over the power. Okay, so then in the US, a few number of the smart, brilliant brains bring a better idea. Oh yeah, steam engine is okay, but however though, that's not that good power source. In order to make the automation of something, and we must coal, and we must burn the coal, and we must turn those kind of things with a lot of the complicated machines. That's not very efficient. But suddenly we got an idea. Electricity comes. Electricity comes, and a few number of guys, they invented the electric devices. And absolutely, do you remember the Ford engine? Henry Ford? And the Henry Ford applied what production system? And then what is the essence of the Fordism? That's becoming the model management, Fordism. Okay, so do you remember the production system? That is a conveyor belt system. So then, the conveyor belt system is moving, and then individuals and the workers just complete their work. That's a conveyor belt system. And what drive that conveyor belt? What drive? Steam engine? No. Oh, sure, electric motor. Electric motor. And however, within the within that the company, and then in the workplace, and that conveyor belt system must be operated within the room. And then, however, in that case, we definitely need a light. And who invented the electric light, electric bulb? Who invented the electric bulb? Electric bulb. Who invented this? Where? Who? At least, do you have any idea who invented the electric motor, electric bulb?
Tesla.
Huh?
Nikola Tesla.
Tesla? Nikola Tesla. Okay. However, he was a worker for a company. Okay. And who is his boss? Who was his boss? Nikola Tesla invented many of the electric something. Okay, however, he had a boss. Everybody know it. Nikola Tesla's boss? Yes. No. No. Oh, okay. So then, you know this guy. Thomas Edison. And where? Where he invented this kind of things? In the US, where? And why? Okay, so yeah, that maybe having a good understanding of this can help you to have a better understanding of these. Okay, give me a second. Can I have these? Google Maps. Edison City. Here we go. This is Edison City. Why this name? What this city name is Edison? Because the first company of the Thomas Edison, and that is becoming the General Electric, and then here, Thomas Edison Museum is here because there are a few number of the factories, and they really invented those kind of electric motors, electric bulb in here, okay? And then New Jersey. Why New Jersey? Why here? Around that 150 years ago. Why? Why that was happened in the US and in here? Let's think of this. Okay. Why? Because that is in front of the New York. And New York has a lot of money, Wall Street. Okay. However, problem is it's expensive. And then, okay, so in order to reduce the cost of the workers, what is the best way? Oh, sure, many of the immigrants move to the New Jersey area because that's more cheaper and that's more, more safe. Not safe, but at least that is not a New York. So then they move out, and the New Yorkers and from here, they across the bridges and Hudson River, and they settle down in the New York area and Elizabeth area, and then there is that guy. There are tons of millions of the immigrants at that time. Cheaper labor, money, and labor and idea. So then in here, Thomas Edison, produced and invented and produced tons of thousand electric devices. Electric motor drove that the conveyor system, electric motor, and the electric bulb that enable us to work under no sun, okay? That's fine. And then we have a lot of the electric machines. For example, electric laundry machines and the phonograph, like the speaker, and many of the electric devices was invented in here, and that drove that the second industrial revolution. And the second industrial revolution was happened in New York, New Jersey area. Okay, sure, and that thanks to the electricity. Thanks to the electricity. Okay. The first one, and second, electricity. Okay, electric motor, electric bulb, and many other things. Elevator. Oh, we had that elevator. Okay. So then, second industrial revolution was happened in the northeast side of the U.S. near to the New York, and that really helped us to have that the mass production Ford conveyor system and the assembly line and the electric devices, and that drove a lot of the innovation, and that's the start of the American manufacturing. And absolutely, that is the second industrial revolution that was coined by Thomas Edison. Good. And then our way of the living is totally fundamentally changed thanks to electricity. Oh, sure, that's the start of the modern management. Thanks to this modern management. Okay, good. And things are going on, and the US enjoyed a lot of the productivity and a lot of the money making after the World War II. Yeah, sure, absolutely. And however, as we observed, the Germans comes, Japanese comes, and we wanted to win over those bastards during the World War II. Okay, bastards in the American market. Nice. Then how we win over them? Oh, sure, strategy. What kinds of strategy we used? Third industrial revolution comes. So how the US win over the the Germans, Germany and the Japanese? We commercialize our computer. Knowledge management. Knowledge, computer. Oh, sure. Who invented the computer? US, US Marines, US military, whatever. And who first initially assembled the first computer, personal computer? Apple. Why? To win Japanese and Germans. Okay, so since we have that computer, okay, so we started to win over the Germans and the Japanese, and we vitalized that the US economy again, US business again. Okay, and then we started to dominate our business again. Thanks to this. And why this computer and automation and this kind of the knowledge management and the knowledge work could be successful in where? Where that computer was invented? Where that kinds of the innovation was happen? That happened in the New York? No, where? 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 Apple headquartered, Microsoft headquartered, California, more specifically. California where? California is big. California where? Hewlett Packard, Apple, Google. What's that city name? Everybody know.
Los Angeles?
No.
I don't know.
Huh? No. Los Angeles. No. They have Hollywood, but no. LA now. Can you guess? That hint, that's near to the San Francisco. Not San Francisco exactly. No, that's, we call that as Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley. Oh, sure. And here is a question. Why? Why Silicon Valley? Why not in New York? And New York has a lot of the money and a lot of the very smart guys. But why? Silicon Valley drove that innovation by using the computer. Oh, sure. Okay. Oh, there is a reason why that the computer revolution and the computer innovation was started in the Silicon Valley. Because of a few number of the reasons, but however, one of the most impactful and one of the most important thing is thanks to this labor law. Okay? In New York, or outside of the Silicon Valley and outside of the California and that area, okay, so we have a regulation of the human resource regulation. Human resource regulation means, for example, you are working for the Apple. And however, in another state, and you can immediately move from the Apple to the Google. Not that easy. Not that easy. Because that we make that the ratchets and we make that the regulation in order to avoid those kind of the intellectual property leak. So that we don't want to make you move to my competitor. Okay, that is happening outside of the California, outside of the Silicon Valley. But however, in California and especially in the Silicon Valley area, that rules are totally prohibited. If you work today, until today for the Apple, tomorrow you can move to the Google and you get more money. Sure. So then, absolutely, many engineers, scientists, and many mathematicians, and many computer-related experts they come to Silicon Valley to have that chance. Oh, sure, it's easy for them to move around the multiple companies if they are smart and brilliant. Then, yeah, because thanks to that regulation, thanks to that deregulated labor law, Silicon Valley and California, absolutely, they can attract a lot of people, a lot of computer scientists. For example, that's a very nice example of that. So do you know that the PayPal mafia, PayPal mafia, PayPal mafia, PayPal mafia is composed with the 6 guys. Okay, and then absolutely out of the 6, and the one must be the Elon Musk. Okay, sure, and then there is a Peter Thiel. And he and his colleagues invented and established that the PayPal, and they sold out and they made that the sequential innovation, sequential entrepreneurship, sequential companies, tech companies. That is now PayPal. Okay, so are you using the LinkedIn? Sure, that is come from the PayPal mafia. And are you using the YouTube? Yes, that's come from the PayPal mafia. And the Yelp. What else? Much more. Okay. So, and the Tesla, X, and SpaceX, whatever. Okay. This kind of the big tech companies come from the PayPal mafia, and this PayPal mafia was composed with the 6 guys. Okay. And what this is, the 3 come from somewhere, 3 come from somewhere. Okay. So out of 6 PayPal mafia, there are 3 graduates from Stanford. Yeah, sure. Stanford graduate. Oh yeah, however, that's totally reasonable because Stanford is located near to the Silicon Valley. So then, absolutely, Silicon Valley the Stanford graduate can start their own business in the Silicon Valley. That's totally natural. Good. However, we have a very strange 3 other, and the 3 other come from University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. What? Sure. Yeah, personally, I graduated here. I graduated to University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign. So yeah, we know that the story. Whatever. Why this University of Illinois graduate came to the Silicon Valley? Oh, they have a Chicago, but however, they moved to the Silicon Valley because of labor law. Human resource management. Thanks to that strange, exceptional, I want to say that that's exceptional. Thanks to those exceptional California, especially for the Silicon Valley area, HR practice and the labor law practice, okay, they could attract tons of thousand people all around the world. And then they started making a computer, internet, IoT, and a lot of the technologies was invented in the Silicon Valley area. Sure. So then we are still having this. That's happened in the 1980s and the 1990s, and still we have. But however, nowadays that's moving, that's coming, changing. So many of the Silicon Valley companies are now moving to Texas because of the expenses, something. Anyway, so that is the first industrial revolution and second industrial revolution and third industrial revolution. First industrial revolution was powered by coal steam engine. Second industrial revolution was powered by electricity technology. And third industrial revolution was powered by computer, internet. Sure, thank you. And now, yeah, we are living in the 21st century, okay? From the 2010s or something, okay? So many things are now changing too. And we are now conceptualizing those changes as a industrial revolution 4. Fourth industrial revolution. Fourth industrial revolution. Okay, fourth industrial revolution. What is this? And then where this is now happening? And then what is the technology of this and what drove this and what is going on and why this is important in managing people? We will keep talking about this. Okay. So then, have you ever heard about it, the Industrial Revolution 4 or the fourth Industrial Revolution? Or digital transformation? Did you hear about it? Digital transformation? Digital transformation, fourth industrial revolution. Okay. So then, yeah, fourth industrial revolution is popular outside of the US. Okay. And how about in the US? The digital transformation is more popularly used. Digital transformation, DT. And however, this is almost same word. Digital transformation or the industrial 4.0. Okay, it's fourth industrial revolution, that's almost the same word, same concept. And where this industrial revolution, fourth industrial revolution was it started? That's started in the US? Unfortunately, no. And where this industrial revolution was started? There are a lot of the discussions, but however, personally, okay, I think that was started Europe. And then maybe I can tell that movement, that technological innovation is started in a specific German company. And that company name is, yeah, I will see that because I was working at there. Anyway, so we will see what is the Industrial Revolution force look like. And this is a KPMG's summary of the Industry 4.0. Second evolution. Third evolution. interestingly, this video was prepared by KPMG. And do you know that the KPMG? What is that company? KPMG? KPMG? Are you taking the accounting course? Accounting, okay, so that absolutely, KPMG is one of the largest accounting firm. Accounting firm, okay? And then maybe that sounds so much strange, accountant taking care of this industry 4.0? What is the image about an accountant? Accountant is really involving our production and that's really involving the operation something? No, that is not an image of the accountant. But why KPMG, Deloitte, and the big four of the accounting firms engaging in this industry 4.0? Because that industry 4.0 is fundamentally change our way of the production, way of the doing, and the way of the calculating money. Okay, so then absolutely, what is the purpose of the business? Business is to make money. Okay, and do you know that who defined that you are now making money or lose money? Business guy? No, accountant defined that. That's their job. That's their job. Accountant define how much money I make. Not me. So that accounting firms is now talking a lot about it, the industry 4.0 technology integration of something. Why? Because they need to define you are making the money or lose your money. That's their job. Interesting, okay. So business involved this industry 4.0. Yeah, I keep talking. And sure, okay, that's the industry 4.0. Why that something, and however, I can tell something more in detail. Because the industry 4.0 was started at Germany, more precisely speaking, more specifically speaking, that industry 4.0 movement was started at Bosch. I was a Bosch engineer. I was working at there. Yeah, Bosch. And why? And Bosch is one of the best manufacturer in operational optimization. Operation. Absolutely. Yeah, both. If you are familiar with that, the ERP system, do you know that the ERP system, MIS system? Bosch is the best. Because that they made it, not made, but however, they have that the SAP ERP system as one of the best MIS system in the world. Okay, and one day, our CEO, the Bosch CEO at the time, 2013, Dr. Siegfried Dice, yeah, he want to make more money. Absolutely, that's his job. And he was curious about, okay, so we maximize our making money efficiency. Good. However, I want to make my business better. So then he collected the idea. Hey, everybody, do you have any better idea how we can make our money better? Then, yeah, there are a lot of ideas, but that very provocative and radical idea come from Dr. Heinz Derenbach. And he was a CEO of the executive board and the CEO of the chairman and the executive board of the Bosch Software Innovation, Bosch Software. Okay. And his idea was simple. Derenbach said, what if we just get rid of all human workforce and fully automate it? That's the idea. And then, sure, and they were curious about that. Is it possible or not possible? Just to replace all human workforce with machines, automation. Is it possible? They started to experiment in 2011, 2012, 2013. And then from the 2013, they started working with McKinsey in Berlin and Frankfurt and Stuttgart. And a few number of my friends was working at there. So then they combined it together and they started to experiment and one very bold idea. What if we just get rid of all people from the machine, from the production process? And then what if we can do this two purpose? Okay, we want to build up the fully automation. Full automation, fully automated work, fully automation. Okay, full automation, fully automated things. Fully automated, and one more, fully networked production. How? Oh, that was my last job as a production engineer. So that was my last job. So then, is it possible to get rid of the whole human hands and then all, and we connect all this production power with the fully networked something like that, the internet, ERP, that, or the MIS system? And okay, is it possible? Right. Second. Yes, that's possible. Why not? We have technology, computer, internet, MIS system, and then absolutely we have a machines, we have robot, and we can do it. Possible. Sure. And then absolutely we got to know it is possible and we experiment. Okay, so we just made it all production lines to somewhere else in a totally different way. And then Bosch established that the Dresden factory, Dresden factory, and then in order to produce that, one of the most important chip in this iPhone, in this phone, gyro sensor. So then they could do it. And meanwhile, 2015 and 2016, the World Economic Forum chairperson, the Klaus Schwab, and he could visit the Bosch and the Stuttgart and the Benz there. And he found out a very interesting movement in the Bosch and a few number of the German manufacturers. And he asked, what are you doing? Hey, you are doing a very interesting thing. What are you doing? Oh, we experimented this kind of things. And then that's working. Then he got an idea and he defined, oh, absolutely, that is a fourth industrial revolution. And he wrote a book, 2015, 2016, and then 2016. In January, the World Economic Forum he announced this. Industry 4.0, Industry 4th Industrial Revolution, and we are now heading to that direction, fully automated and fully networked production system. We get rid of our human hands. Okay, and that make a buzzing word, and that really provoking the social discussion. Why? Hey, Bosch has more than 1 million employees. What if they just lay off more than 70,000 people? What happens? A lot of unemployment. And the society happy with that? Government will be happy with that? No. So then they got a sense of, this is not just a small part of something, but however, we need to talk with social level of the discussion. Then they report it to the German government. And the German government, they set up the committee and they started to talk about that. And after 1.5 and 2 years of the discussions, the German government and that Industry 4.0 committee, they announced 4 principles of the Industry 4.0. 4 principles. Okay, so Industry 4.0 initiated by the German government, which promoted fully computerization and the manufacturing and the fully networked one. And there are 4 design principles in the Industry 4.0. Oh, sure. First, second, third is totally makes sense. First, interoperability, integration, synthesizing, and then using the more networks. Sure, that's a new trend. In this case, we definitely need the information security, information transparency. Makes sense, okay? And technical assistance like a cognitive, physical, and the support. We need to have more robots. We need to have more, robot machines that help people to work better, okay? But technically, the replacing, good, nice, good, doable. But however, the fourth discipline, first principle makes some trouble. The first principle is decentralize your decision. Decentralize your decision. Autonomous self-directed work team. What does that mean? Let's think of this. Bosch is a company. There is a company, and they totally transform their productions to the Industrial Revolution force. So then, thanks to this, they will lay off more than 90% of people. And the more than 90% of people, they lose their job. They get unemployed. Oh yeah, sure, absolutely. We don't need any human workforce. We have a machine, sure, and we have a network. If a customer in Brazil ordered something to the German manufacturing production line, okay, that can be completed within 1 day, and that will be delivered within 2 days. Do I need any human hand? No. That's how we work. That's the purpose of the Industry 4.0. So how we can deal with this? How we can deal with the people? We simply get rid of all people from our work. So then, how we can deal with this? And who got a benefit? Just a few number of the Bosch leaders. And more than 90% of the people, they lost their job. Is it okay? Not okay. So then, what the government and what the Germans have been commanded to apply at the Industry 4.0, that will drive this direction. Hey, share or open your production capability. What does that mean? Decentralize your decision, and then these people, these unemployed, these Bosch guys, and anybody within the industry, within the Germany, okay, they must be able to access that Bosch open production capability, and then they bring their idea, and they can be able to produce what they want. Oh yeah, that's fair. Because who made this company and who worked for this and who made that Bosch transform to the Industrial Revolution force or something? People. And the people has a right. People must have a right to be accessible to this production system in order to make their business better, their personal business better. Make sense? Sure, it's fair. But what is the decision of the Bosch? Network the Global Production Initiative? No. Do you believe that the Bosch and the company want to share your production capability with the general public? No. So then they said, the Bosch and many the leading companies say, we do not apply that the industry 4.0. But however, we use a new concept. They propose that not manipulated. We don't go to the smart, we don't go to the industry 4.0, but we do manufacture smart factory. They changed the name of the industry 4.0. And they just use this name, smart factory, to produce something. And that is totally prohibited to the accessibility to the general public. They make money. And now what is happening? Unfortunately, Bosch is now restructuring their organizations from traditional production of the human hands production line to totally smart factories. And unfortunately, that is now happening. Okay, that was happened in the 2010 something, and now the US is now catching up with that kind of the industry 4.0 or the more technology advancement with artificial intelligence. And then possibly, yeah, maybe you know this. Give me a second. That's Optimus. why Elon Musk is now producing, and introducing this kind of the stupid robots? Oh, that's related, that's a reaction to the European fourth industrial revolution. They are going ahead, and however, US want to catch up. And then the US has a better idea about it, artificial intelligence and the robot. Okay, and what is the purpose of that robot and artificial intelligence? Same. What if we totally fully automated and we totally fully networked production system, and we don't need any human hands to produce something? Just to bring your idea, and then we can produce whatever you want. Oh, absolutely. Those a few number of the smart factories and the smart companies can thrive, while more than 90% of the people lose their job because they are replaced by artificial intelligence embedded robot. Do you want this? Not this? And do you think that we can stop that? We can stop that direction? We can stop those technology advancement? Can we stop that? Don't use artificial intelligence. Don't apply that the robot. Don't do anything of the machine something. And that we should make it a Luddite activity again, Luddite movement. That's around 150 years ago, when we have a first industrial revolution, and then many people just destroy the machines because they believe that machines killed their job. Can we do it again? Do we need to do that?
I don't think we can stop it.
Then, if we cannot stop it, how we can measure that? How we can measure that kinds of those things? Nobody knows yet. Sure, okay. That is the reason why we need to think, why we need to do something, and why we need to bring a better idea to address that problem. Okay, that is the reason why we are talking, or why we are studying about this kind of the stupid HRM or business or management or something. Because we need a solution, we need an idea to address that very, very, very critical problem. That will be happening within 10 years, within 20 years, and that is now happening around the world. And unfortunately, yesterday, Google announced a very interesting deletion or the elimination of ethical discipline about the artificial intelligence. And Google indicated that they will not use artificial intelligence to military weapons. But yesterday, Google said, just delete it. No. What does that mean? Google will engage in developing the weapons by using the artificial intelligence. Sure. And absolutely, Ukraine war, we have a lot of drone. And what if we do not need to talk? We don't need to engage in each other by hands and hands, but however, face to face, but we just use drones, fully networked and fully automated weapons to kill anybody. Is it possible? Yeah, it's getting more possible. It's getting more feasible. Do we need to deploy the military power to around the world? Yeah. So then, we have a case of something like, okay, so US had there is a silo. There's a headquarters silo of the special operation in Nebraska, in the Nebraska desert area, and there is a military base, and they send any kinds of the fully automated drones and the weapons all around the world. They can kill anybody in the world if they want in the Nebraska and anywhere in the world. And that was happened in Iran, Iraq, Middle East and Middle West, wherever. It's possible. But why we don't do that? Because we need to take care of the people. Simply. Can we do it? Yeah, sure. We have everything. And we dreamed, engineers, scientists and engineers, we dreamed that kinds of the no human hands in our operation for more than 200 years. Automation was coined by that around 300 years ago. We dreamed, hey, what if all my labor work, all my menial work is done by the robot machines, and I just enjoy my life. Hmm? Can we do it? Well, that was our vision, that was our mission, that was our purpose to develop the advanced technology something. But what is now happening? We lose our job, and there is a big economic disparity a lot between the large oligarchies and the very poor 90% of people. So that is the reason why the Sam Altman and then a few number of the smart guys, they propose that universal basic income. Universal basic income, UBI, universal basic income, okay? Because a few number of big, large companies make a lot of money and they pay this for tax, and then by using the tax, we can distribute our wealth throughout the universal basic income. Simply because you are a citizen, you can get $700 per month. And not only for you, but if you have for your family members, okay, so for $700, okay, that is around the $2,100 per month. What if your family has that $2,100 per month with nothing? Oh, that's not enough. That's not sufficient. But however, we can survive. We can do something. At least we don't need to worry about it, the basic something. Is it possible? Yeah, this is our idea. And however, many tech companies are proposing this, UBI, universal basic income, because of this. What if they do not have customers? They can sell their product? No, where they can sell? They need a customer. We need people who can consume our product. But what if they do not have enough money? Can our business is sustainable? No. That's our current problem. And then all these kind of the complex technology something and the industrial revolution something is totally converged into the people management problem. Do we need to let the people have more universal basic income compensation? And do we need to get rid of all human hands from our work and business to monopolize our benefit? And in this situation, and what kinds of people do we need to operate some business? What 1% or the 10% of people are doing? If we want to make a lot of money, okay, absolutely, we must be the top 10% of people who operate that kinds of system, complex system. How we can trade there? How we can accommodate those situations? Yeah, because I was a stupid mechanical engineer, I can tell, okay? Technology is just a small part of doing. Who really drove this kind of the industrial revolution and this technology advancement, something? Who really drove that? What is the purpose of this? To make money. Really, business drove this kind of the innovation. We do. We manage engineers, we manage scientists. Thomas Edison was a business, while Nikola Tesla was a totally typical engineer. Who make more money? Edison. Steve Jobs was not an engineer. He has no idea about how to build that personal computer. But he managed Steve Wozniak to make that and establish and formulate and build at the first computer. We manage people, we manage money, to make something happen. That's our job. That's our business. Especially, I want to say, yeah, as a previous stupid former engineer, I just want to say, one of the most important thing we have to consider is human factor. We must be able to manage the humans well, because every single this kind of the business problems converged into the people issue. Oh, sure. Why we have this humanoid robot? That's totally stupid. And however, I personally, I made this type of the robots around 30 years ago when I was 20. So 30 years ago, because that's possible. And then, yeah, the bipod and bipod, the tripod, and then, monopod, the movement robot that was invented at the MIT around 50 or 60 years ago. We can do it. However, we are now booming again. This is not a problem of the technology. This is a problem of the business. Let's keep thinking about how we can deal with the human issue at the business. Okay, the summary. Yeah, we have this evolution of the management. We started with the scientific management, and there is a human relations management and the humanistic management, and knowledge and the quality management is there. Strategy management is here. And then from the 1990s, we have a technology and the globalization issue. And then now we are now experiencing the artificial intelligence and the talent development issue, because everything is changing. Sure. And why? Okay, this is off the record. But however, why the Trump and the big tech guys, Elon Musk, want to get rid of a lot of the illegal immigrants? Personally, I think that, okay, so they want to replace those illegal immigrant job with robots. Taxi driver, media worker, apple picker, robot. Possible? Sure, why not? Yeah, creating some cavity, to fulfill something. Yeah, that's business. I think. Okay, good. And then we will, just summary. Okay. So then, okay, so this is a summary of the trend of the business world, and the technology advancement is good, bad, and there is a globalization, and then nowadays globalization is getting bigger. What deglobalization is now coming. And the nature of the work is changing, increasing high-tech service, knowledge work, and employment. Yeah. On the other hand, that we have more generation gaps and the workforce shortage is something. Okay, and the economic challenges, high interest rate. Oh, sure, interest rate is getting higher. So what is happening? House price is going up, and then we don't have enough number of the house option. Sure, and then the trade war is beginning. Second trade war is beginning. What is happening? A low growth rate, indebtedness, and the ethical dilemma. We will keep a little bit more about the ethical dilemma. Highly net worth society is good, and no clear cut between the right and wrong. Okay, so this is a summary of the integrated management issue, and then we will keep talking about the problems of the human resource management. We overview that the management problem, but we are going into more detail about the human resource management problem from the next week. Okay, good. Any question? No? Unfortunately, many things are now happening out of my hand, out of our control. I'm sorry, but I was one the Bosch engineer who developed that fully automated something. I'm sorry. But however, we'd better to keep talking, we'd better to keep thinking to address this problem. It's really critical. We need to work for our next generation. Okay, good. That's it, and I will see you next Tuesday. Thank you.